I've never done anything so physically draining until now. Working for 24 hours straight at pizza delivery. I didn't stop, I didn't sleep, and I did not give up. So in this video, I will show you how I did it. It all started in the summer of 2023 playing Bloxburg. I was doing a lot of building, of course, and I started to run out of money. Now, when I work, I find it so hard just to grab a pizza, drive, serve, come back, and repeat. I always had this idea in the very back of my mind, but working for 24 hours straight, and how much money I would make after. Little did I know, this would be one of the worst projects I will ever do. So, there I was, planning for this project. The only break I would take would to get water or to go to the washroom. So, after a couple of summer days, messing up my sleep schedule to wake up at 8 p.m., I could start. Did I mention that all of this would be done at level 50? Once I was up and got situated, I started my live stream to deliver my first pizza. At this time, I also made sure to check my starting money, which would be $222,700. This was going to be long. Streaming on TikTok doesn't get a lot of interaction, so it was pretty quiet and slow at first. Some very memorable people came into my live to show some support, which would occasionally check in to say hello and cheer me on. These people helped so much. 1 hour in. This was okay for the most part because when I usually work, it would probably be around an hour if I really need the money. I only averaged around 1 or 2 people in my live stream throughout the night. At 10 p.m. I made it to 300k. That was pretty much all that happened that hour. This would be when I had my first snack of the night. It was absolutely delicious. Bread and a hot dog with ketchup and mustard. This hit perfectly for the time. We had no hot dog buns. Thankfully, this would last me into the early morning. At 2 a.m., I made my first million. It was only 2 a.m. though. We weren't even halfway through. We were barely a quarter through the challenge. As you would think for most people, it's not very easy to be sitting down at your computer for 24 hours straight. I was getting pretty tired of it at this point. It started to hurt, but it was pretty tolerable. I didn't have a halfway clip, so this was just about halfway through the challenge. I wasn't specifically tired, but I wasn't, not tired either. At this time, I had a bit below 1.9 mil. My math was correct, and I'd have pretty much about 2 mil by halfway. 13 hours sitting at a computer is tough. Like, really tough, especially since I was only halfway through. It was too late to give up. I was getting hungry again, so it was time for lunch. Snack number 2 was coming, and this was a Subway sandwich, which I got from DoorDash. I also had some pre-workout to keep me awake. This helped a lot. I was losing it, and I needed some emotional support. I was getting tired and a little bit cranky, so it was time to call up a friend.
You can't do it. Give up. Give up. Give up.
Well, that was helpful. Just kidding. They were on FaceTime in the background for a lot of this challenge. Besides that, I reached past 3 mil at the 18-hour mark. Thanks to everybody in my stream, I got to over 100,000 likes. If I had the gaming ranking on TikTok, I would have been pretty high up there. All of these likes came from people supporting my challenge. I appreciate all of you. You guys didn't need to tap the screen that much, but I thank you for that. Besides that, this was my 20th hour, and I had reached 3.3 mil. I was so close to the end. Just 2 more hours, 3.5 mil, and very little motivation. At this point, I was clearly not cut out for this. If you were watching the stream, you would see points where I would go completely silent and stop and stare at the screen for a minute or two before I would realize what was going on. I have never had this happen to me, and I've never been awake for this long, and it was clearly showing. 4, 3, 24 hours and a breaking back, I finally made it. It was definitely worth the time and the memories I made with the people in my stream. Thank you to everybody who got me to this point. All of the kind words and memories I made during this was incredible, and I thank you all. At the end, my balance was 4.1 mil. Absolutely incredible. And well, that is how I worked for 24 hours straight. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing. This took a lot of work and would mean so much. Maybe drop a like too. It's free. Thanks for watching, and for many more to come, see you later.